Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCAX. This is our live desk streaming show. Kicks off every day around 9:15. We are talking a lot about Burlington City Council, and no one really better to kind of discuss that with than with our Catherine Huntley. First, Catherine, I know we're going to get into a lot today, but I just want to say thanks for hopping on this morning.
Yeah, of course. Love talking about council.
Awesome. So diving right into it, there's obviously a lot to cover. We'll kick it off here with this pro-Palestinian ballot measure. It's a pretty divisive topic for a lot of people in the council there. What does this exactly entail?
Well, so we were able to actually break this news that this is coming back to council officially yesterday. So it likely will be on council next Monday. If it doesn't make it onto next Monday's agenda, it will be on in January. So members of the community might feel a little bit of deja vu here, and they would be right, because this is the exact same item that came up in council last January that councilors struck down and did not allow for this advisory question to go actually on the ballot.
Yeah.
There was a ton of uproar because of that, and especially in January. This was just after those 3 Palestinian gentlemen were shot on the streets of Burlington, and Burlington city councilors who struck it down, which was the majority of Democrats, they said that, a couple things. They were afraid this would stoke anti-Jewish hate, anti-Semitic hate in the city. They were wondering why Burlington was wading into this massive struggle and war in the Middle East. But essentially what it says, and I have to look at my notes here, but it affirms commitment for equality for Palestinian people.
Yeah.
But the part where it gets a little sticky is it says we declare ourselves an apartheid-free community, and to that end, we join others to end all support to Israel's apartheid regime, settler colonialism, and military occupation. Now, this is a spot where some Jewish members of the community have really balked at, and pro-Israel members of the community have balked at, and they say basically feeling like it's anti-them.
Yeah.
So this is definitely setting up to be another divisive issue. Last time at council, more than 100 people showed up. There was a rally beforehand with signs and flags. And it's just very divisive. But councilors say if 5% of the community has signed a petition to get it on the ballot, it should get on the ballot, and the city council really shouldn't stand in the way of that. So, and this is just an advisory question. This would not, wouldn't do anything to city law. But it's clearly a measure that community members are really, really passionate about, and really, some have really wanted desperately to get this on the ballot. So many events I went to this summer in Burlington, there were people trying to get signatures for this. So it'll be very interesting.
Yep. And again, that was kind of my last point there, which is really just, the 5% is the threshold to get it back on for town meeting day. But kind of moving on now to something that I think a lot of people don't love to hear, especially is the taxes, and this part is for the general obligation fund. So it's $20 million bond for infrastructure all through around the city. I'm going to really kick it off here, and for a lot of people, I guess, wondering, who is this going to impact, and how much more could they be paying a month?
Well, much of our reporting, frankly, much of my reporting since I started here more than 4 years ago has been about people's wallets, of course, and just property taxes raising. Now, we are in a massive crunch right now, and really all over the state in a massive crunch with how much they're paying and how much property taxpayers are paying. So this general obligation bond, so if someone has a $500,000 home, they would be paying $11.50 more per month. And the Department of Public Works really laid out that this would address massive issues they have with buildings, deferred maintenance to city buildings, to bridges, sidewalks, streets, all of that, which is great. And administrations typically bring something like this every few years to, help keep up not just the routine upkeep, but to kind of get ahead of just aging infrastructure that a city like this would naturally have. Where people are questioning, and some councilors are questioning what we need, is because the mayor has floated that we need this massive wastewater bond. So it's really 2 bonds, but it would be over $200 million. So there's that. Then there's this budget deficit that is projected again this year. It could be either $8 to $12 million of a budget deficit. And the way that they've closed that in the past is by a general fund tax rate increase. Now, the mayor's administration has not said officially that they're going to do this, but they wouldn't tell me they weren't. So all that could be on the ballot for people to vote on.
Yeah, it seems like everything's kind of converging all at once.
And actually on that, we're not even talking about the education taxes here.
Yes.
Burlington just approved this bond to build a new school, and property taxes for education taxes are going up anyway. So it's really, one of the Democratic city councilors I spoke to yesterday said, I think we have to pick and choose what people will weigh in on, and we can't put it all to them. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. But the big thing is, and we've reported on this week as well, this graffiti ordinance too. So this actually passed, but there is a little bit of an exception here. So for the people unfamiliar, this obviously clean up some of the graffiti in and around Burlington. But with what passed last night, what does that entail? I know there's a reporting system, enforcement. Kind of break that down for us.
So what passed last night doesn't have a whole lot of teeth, but it does, kind of pass something on graffiti. Graffiti is something that people in Burlington will notice, pops up in very public places, and is something that they've really been trying to address, but it's hard for them to address it when it's popping up so quickly. So originally this ordinance would have had this thing called a private right of action. So it would allow people to sue people who deface public property with hateful messages or take hateful actions towards them if they're a protected class. That part was stripped, and that was the part where a lot of people, including the mayor and most of the progressives, said that really had the teeth in it.
Yeah. So I guess my question,
keep going.
I'm sorry, just for a quick clarification. I think for this part is we were talking about this morning. So if I'm walking down the street in Burlington and I see a piece of graffiti, I'm a protected group, and I feel like it targets me. That part, if I went to go have action against the person who did that, is gone.
Yes.
Okay.
So that part you cannot personally sue the other person who did it, right?
Yes.
And constitutional law professors, free speech, attorneys have said that this could open the city up to lots of litigation at a time when the city is strapped for cash. And it could infringe on free speech. The ACLU said that as well. But, the mayor said that Burlington should take bold action, but unfortunately for the people who are in favor of it, that was taken out. So
absolutely.
We'll see. But there will be a reporting system, a more detailed electronic reporting system for people to take action when they see graffiti they don't like.
No, absolutely. And this last one is kind of a little more straightforward regarding Burlington Fire. So Burlington Fire wants to introduce these overfill positions. As a point of clarity, actually, I think you know this probably firsthand, just how many employees does Burlington Fire have, and then how much do they have on, I think, per shift, correct, is what I'm trying to get at. But
yeah, so they have, right now, the Burlington Fire Department has 95 employees. So this doesn't mean 95 firefighters necessarily. Yes. There's like firefighters who could go right out and fight a fire or respond to a medical.
Yeah.
For that, they have 22 firefighters / EMTs / paramedics, whatever they are per shift. And there's 3 shifts. And that is what the fire department says. They're the only department in the city that has minimum staffing, and that's their minimum staffing. So they had a very large staffing study done, and it came back by saying that they actually need 3 more overfill positions. So when one person on that 22-person shift is out, sick leave, vacation, whatever, they can at least have some backup, which they hope will address levels of attrition, burnout, doing their difficult job they have.
Are these overfill positions full-time positions, or are they just like you're filling in
just
for that? Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be like three more firefighters.
Oh, okay.
So which is interesting. I don't know. But it also costs money is another thing, and the fire chief said that. So it's but they're recommending it. So we'll see what happens with that.
Absolutely. I think, Catherine, I know there's a lot to go over there, and filling me in especially too, because I think even going through some of this stuff this morning, it's a lot. So, but
It is
thank
a
you.
lot.
Yeah.
And this time this time of year, city council is always a lot because they're deciding on stuff that's going on the ballot. And, but it's exciting to report on stuff that, is impacting Burlington.
Yeah, and you got a front row seat for it. So,
I sure
Catherine,
do.
thank you so much for hopping on. And again, just really just shedding some light on some of this, some of this stuff. And as far as today goes, just stay warm. It's cold out. Peter's going to come on in a second. And we're going to talk about the schlop that's on its way. So,
Flop.
yeah,
Thanks, John.
awesome. Thank you so much. Again, that was our Catherine Huntley. Just a lot going on in Burlington City Council last night. So you could tune into WCAX.com, or log in to see all of her incredible work and see what's going on there. But moving on to what's going on outside. And it's, boy, oh boy, something I'm not looking forward to. I think, Peter, we had our fun in the... I'd say fun, but it really wasn't that fun. We had some fun in the snow.
Fun in the snow, yeah.
But, I guess we're on the mountain. But, I think the schlop is on its way.
Yeah, it's not even a whole lot of slop. It's just a whole lot of rain, unfortunately.
That's what I mean.
It's not really what we want to be talking about in December. This is usually the time of the year where most people actually want snow.
Right, and right now, I think this morning, was it 48 today?
Yeah.
That's not, all things
we're going to be talking, pretty warm temperatures today and tomorrow.
I hate this.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty warm. Here's the view on satellite radar right now. It's a dry, quiet start to our day out there. We did have those snow showers, a little bit of freezing drizzle here last evening and last night. That's generally come to a close. There could still be a few slick spots, especially to the east of the Green Mountains. That's where we have a lot of cold air trapped in place. They're generally hanging out in the upper 20s and lower 30s out there, so still the potential for a few slick spots out in that direction. Otherwise, though, through the rest of the day today, not looking too bad. Chance at a few showers kind of here and there, maybe a few rain showers as we head into the evening hours today. There is a chance at a little bit of freezing drizzle, especially in the higher elevations. Otherwise, though, today looking to be primarily quiet. Into the night tonight, better chance at a few rain showers, especially as we head into tomorrow morning. Most of us waking up to steadier rain showers here through the morning hours tomorrow. But notice as we head towards tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, it looks like the rain gets heavier at times. And we will be talking about heavy periods of rain here through the afternoon and evening hours for your day tomorrow. Then we start to see a slow transition over to snow showers in the higher elevations. First starting off in the Adirondacks, then gradually expanding outward towards the spine of the Green Mountains here as we head into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Most of us starting to see a little bit of snow shower activity come the early morning hours on Thursday, and we're kind of dodging a few on and off snow showers here through the course of the day Thursday. Now, in terms of how much rain we're talking about, generally a widespread 1 to 2 inches of rain out there, even some locally higher amounts of possibly 2 to 2.5 here and there. With that in mind, we'll also be talking about snow melting as well as frozen ground in a lot of locations still. So that is going to be a concern when it comes to potential flooding. As a matter of fact, the entirety of Vermont, with the exception though of Grand Isle County, under a flood watch, that also including Essex County, New York, running from 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I should say, until 7 a.m. Thursday. It will take those rivers a little bit of time to catch up. Those bigger bodies of water do take a little bit more time to rebound. They'll probably still be rising here through the course of the day Thursday. So that is something that we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on here as we head through the next several days, especially tomorrow night and into the day Thursday. In terms of your forecast here through the rest of the day today, we're going to talk mainly cloudy skies overhead. Still a chance at a few rain showers here and there. Temperatures here for today in the mid to upper 30s and lower 40s out there. Tonight, I think the temperatures actually climb a little bit. Most of us are in the 30s and 40s here as we head into daybreak tomorrow morning. For the rest of your day on Wednesday, just downright very mild temperatures, 40s, potentially a few lower 50s out there. Again, it comes with those rain showers and the rain heavier at times here, especially through the afternoon and evening hours tomorrow. Now look at that 7-day forecast, or actually your day planner up right now. Again, just kind of dodging a few spotty rain showers here and there, especially through the afternoon and evening hours today. Temperatures really not going anywhere, mid to upper 30s. Here's the 7-day forecast. Again, just looking very mild here as we head through the next several days. Again, it comes with that heavier rain tomorrow afternoon before we start to see a transition over to some snow Wednesday night into the day on Thursday, kind of dodging a few snow showers Thursday. Finally looking quieter as we head towards Friday and Saturday. Hopefully a little bit of sunshine even emerging for the day on Friday. But again, the chance of a few more rain and snow showers as we head towards Sunday and Monday of next week.
Yeah, Peter, I feel like the end of the week, temperature-wise, 29, 31.
Yeah.
Those numbers you want when it's this kind of precipitation. But,
yeah, not what we're going to get. Unfortunately, a whole lot of rain. And again, definitely going to be keeping an eye on that flooding potential. Again, we have a whole lot of ingredients there, of course. Enough rain, the potential snow melt coming down from the mountains, as well as the ground being frozen in a lot of locations, so can't really absorb and take in all that much groundwater. So a lot of things that we're going to be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, and Peter, refresh my memory here. We had flooding last.
Yeah, we had flooding last December as well.
Yeah.
So it might be kind of reminiscent of that once again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely keep an eye on it.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that does for us here. Of course, you can stay up to date with all of Peter's weather on WCAX.com. Of course, the WCAX News at noon. We'll be there in a couple hours, and all of our evening shows as well. But yeah, just keep a watchful eye out, and especially with this rain coming in today, just stay warm and dry.
And dry, yeah.
It's 48, so you don't say warm. Anyway, thank you, Peter.